Really?
Yeah, like
Tell me more.
I will enter a room, put something, it could be my keys, it could be the water bottle, it could be anything. I'll put it down, don't remember ever holding it, don't remember, like, it's just gone.
It's so funny to have like a witness to my ADHD because like I'll be alone at home and I'll do these things and I'm just like running around from room to room until I finish the one task that I got up to do after doing like 15 of them.
Yeah.
And then I'm sitting here and you're like, "Oh, I'm a witness to your ADHD. Your mic's there." Like you're like, "Yeah, you just saw it happen in real time." So,
Mm,
I feel seen.
yes.
Also, I didn't realize that you identified with having ADHD because I feel like you're so much more like, I don't want to say the word put together,
I'm not.
but
I'm
like,
really
what's a
not.
word for like, I feel like I tend to be like maybe more forgetful than I perceive you to be.
I think it's how my ADHD manifests is probably really different than you and also
Probably.
really different than Eddie. Um, but I vividly remember having this session when I was ranting to Daphne about that's my therapist. Shout out Daphne.
Shout out Daphne.
um ranting to her just about my frustrations about ADHD in general. And then I'm like, wait a second, that's me. And she was like, mm-hmm.
You're like, she's
She,
she's
it's
like
like,
been patiently waiting for you to like come to terms
she's
with
like,
it.
wow, you figured it out. Good job.
After how many years?
um, so I like for me, it's really like, and recently, I don't know if it's just because of a life transition, why it's been like heightened recently,
Yeah.
but I will have to go back like 5 times to get everything that I need to leave the house.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
think
just
it
so
is a
fucking
life
frustrating.
transition thing. And I
Yeah.
actually I want to like keep talking about that, but I think that's a good segue into our intros.
Hmm.
So do you want to start?
Sure. I mean, just names
Yeah.
first. Okay.
Yeah, let's do names.
Okay. So I'm Emily. Um, we decided on opening with a gratitude. So I'm gonna say I'm really, I guess it's gonna be vague, but I'm just really grateful for all the changes that are happening in my life right now.
Mm.
Like yes, it's always gonna be stressful when things are shifting or changing, but I'm grateful that I get to be stressed about all the things that are shifting and changing. So that's mine.
I love it. Um, I'm Janine and I go by like 1,000 different nicknames. You can call me Jay. Just kidding.
Only
Janine.
baristas can call you Jay.
Only baristas. What am I grateful for? I'm honestly grateful for this entire year. It has just been like blessings after blessings. And I'm really grateful for this moment in time right now.
Hmm.
Um, I feel like it's like a cultivation of everything I've ever dreamed of and also have been working towards.
Mm.
And then also like sprinkled with just some great surprises. So, yeah.
Yes, I love it. Okay, well, why don't you start with like your life update? Because it's been, we just found out like what, 2 years or
Yeah.
something since
Around
we
two
last
years.
recorded.
Yeah.
And the interesting thing that we were just talking about before we started recording is that 2 years ago, we were both talking about we both got new jobs within literally like a few weeks of each
Yep.
other. Um, I don't know if I was also moving at that time because I've moved like 4 fucking times at
I
this point.
know.
So it could have been a move too.
I think it may have been.
But
I
for
don't know.
sure, we both were aligned on both getting new jobs and transitioning that way.
Yeah.
Um, 2 years
I
ago.
think you were moving because you moved to the town right over here and then you
Mm.
lived there for about a year, right?
No, it was closer to 2,
Okay.
but
Oh yeah, wow too.
yeah, you're right. That move was probably happening at that time too, which is crazy to think about.
Yeah.
And now we're getting ready to move again. Um, but yeah, lots of like similarities from the last
Yeah.
time that we recorded. So why don't you dive into yours?
Very, very cool. Yeah, we're like definitely on the same ride together, which has been a little sweet treat, and thank you, universe, for that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so a little bit about me and what's been going on. Well, so I recently landed honestly a dream job after being in a toxic position for 2 years. And highs and lows with my last job, but this job, I think I really got clear on what I was looking for in a position. And I was applying for almost a year. And I actually was just talking about this in my human design course yesterday. But as soon as I saw the job posting for this job, my like spleen, which is like my authority in human design, was like, oh, this is it. It was like this inner knowing, I'll say. And every step of the way, like there was 3 interviews. Every step of the way I was like, oh, I got this. Oh, I got
Mm.
this. Which is not like normally how I think about things. Like I can be like confident but like still kind of skeptical about stuff or like realistic. But yeah, it's just been really cool. Like this job has come with a lot of ease, and um I've loved it so far. The leadership is great. The environment is great. I'm like we were just talking before we started recording. You were sharing how like waking up has been easier for you.
Yes.
And like same, like I am starting way earlier than I've ever started any other job, and I have like more energy in the morning. Um yeah, it's just been really cool. And then so yeah, that's my latest life update. I can get into everything else later, but why don't you launch in?
Yeah, I mean, and I will say this time around, like going off what we were discussing, I guess 2 years ago, it's cool because we literally both just finished our first week, our first full week.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Last time it was a few weeks off, and this week it was or this time, I should say, it was literally like
I started Friday and she started the following Monday.
yeah, so insane, like so fucking
So
crazy.
cool.
So cool. But yeah, same thing for my new job. I remember when I saw it, I wasn't even like I wasn't looking for a new job, which I already told you, but I opened LinkedIn for some petty reasons, which we don't need to get into right now. We don't need to bring that
Are
energy
you
back.
sure? Should we spill the
Oh
tea
my
really
gosh.
quick?
No,
Maybe later.
the tea has been spilled. But I opened up LinkedIn for the not best reasons, and then I ended up seeing a job posting at the top of my feed. And it was like another full circle moment. You've already heard this like a million times, but it was a job position working for someone that I interviewed with over 2 years ago. And like that last interview process didn't work out, and I was bummed and like upset.
Mm,
Um, but I sent a connection. Oh, excuse me. I sent a connection to connect with one of the women who I really connected with, like through that interview process,
yeah.
and just to keep tabs on her. And so this position was for an executive assistant working for her. And so that was already really exciting. And then just learning more about the organization, like reading what their mission is. It's in an environmental space. So everything was just aligning. I
Super
was
aligned.
freaking out that this was even something that I saw because I wasn't looking for it. Um, and then the interesting thing that happened this time is I felt so excited, but there was like that tiny, tiny, like, and it's gotten so much smaller over the years, but there was this tiny little piece of me that was like, oh, like maybe just don't, like, no, like you already kind of have this plan of you already are going to go back to your same job for the next year. Um, Grad school was kind of in the air at that point because I was on a wait list and I wasn't sure. I was like, what if I get off the wait list like the day before the program starts, which I heard happens all the time in that program.
Mm,
So there was a lot of things going on in that moment, but like more than anything, I was just so excited and I'm like, no, I have to apply. And I remember calling you. I think it was maybe the next day or the same day and just telling you how fucking excited I was, but that I wasn't sure.
and I could literally hear it in your voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
I
was
was like, my whole body, for me, for you, was like, oh, she has to go for this.
Yeah, and then I think just like sitting with it and also talking it out, I was like, no, this is going to be one of those things where if I don't go for it, I'm like not listening to that inner voice, and that always ends up horribly, like when I don't listen to myself.
Yeah.
Um so yeah, I mean, I submitted the application and the cover letter like I think 2 days after I saw the posting.
Mm-hmm.
Like ended up getting emailed back, like went through the interview process same as you. I felt like very easy, like almost second guessing myself easy.
Mm.
Um and I ended up getting it. So
Woo!
yeah, it's been amazing so far. Only a weekend, but like what you were saying, I already feel so much more relaxed. Like I can feel my body just kind of breathe easier.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm dying when I'm waking up in the morning. Like I've been waking up so early, and that's been really good because not just work related, but I've also started like implementing more creativity into my day just because I've had so much more energy around this job shift. It just feels like everything's really aligned.
Mm.
So I think it's going to be a really healthy thing for me overall.
I love it. I think so too.
Hmm.
I'm so proud of us.
Me too.
And
Go us.
the thing is like, this is not like we're both saying like, oh, it was so easy. The reason why it was so easy is because we've been putting in the work for so long. Like we've been working on ourselves. We've like identified like where we want our lives to go, what our values are, what's important to us, like how we want to feel in work and life, etc. We've been working on ourselves professionally. Like so much goes into it, and so then when you see the right opportunity and it's the right time, like it's easy because of all of the work that you've gotten to
Yeah.
that up to that point. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Hmm.
And because it's meant to be, like straight up. Like I honestly feel like this role that you're in was it's like so catered to you.
Hmm. Yeah,
Um
everything. It does. It feels like it was designed for me. Um, and it just because of taking this job, like other dreams are coming true too.
ah,
Like
love.
us being able to move to a place that we've wanted to live for years, but it's not a place that you can just move to because you feel like it. Like you have to really have a job close by, or like,
Mhm.
yeah, you have to have a job there because it's so kind of like out of the way.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of something that we wanted, but and that I wanted, but I kept putting to the side, like, oh, hopefully one day, but it's not in the cards right now. And so
Yeah.
now, like, okay, got the job. Like, okay, we have the opportunity and it's possible now to move to this area that we want to
Mhm.
move to. So
Excited to see what happens
I
next.
know, I can't
Yeah.
wait.
I'm pausing because I'm like, do we want to talk about the 8-8 portal? I think, okay, one thing that I think is exciting for us to share
Hmm.
is like, I kind of started to allude to it before, but we both put in a lot of work in ourselves, and we're both really, really intentional and intuitive. We actually have best friend tattoos with
We do.
intuition on our
Back
tat.
from the Seattle road trip.
Exactly. We went on a road trip to Seattle, talk about things not going as planned. Um,
But it's good they didn't go as
it's
planned.
good.
Mm.
That's tea for another day.
Yeah.
But I think part of the reason that we're able to get to this place, or for me, I'll speak for myself, is like the tools that I use. And I use a bunch of different tools in my life, but one thing that Emily and I have in common is like the planners that we use, and like
Hmm.
a couple people that inspire us too, that we kind of, podcasters or just people. I don't even know how to describe. It's hard. I guess influencers, teachers, guides that we both admire, different authors, and yeah. So one of the tools, actually, Emily's using it right now.
Oh yeah, this is like my OG when I first got back into using a paper planner when I was like trying to get my like life back together,
Yeah, yeah.
trying not to feel crazy.
That was a very
Um,
clunky description. I'm sorry. She can do a better job. Let's go for
no,
it.
I honestly don't even remember how I found this planner. I was probably influenced. Maybe it was Instagram.
Maybe.
I don't know, but I'm grateful for it.
Usually Emily's influenced and then she directly influences me.
Yes.
I
And it's been
shamelessly
working.
copy her.
But this planner is the Savor Beauty Planner, and it's really marketed as like a self-care planner, and they have a line of skincare products, so that is something that is kind of like a part of the planner. Like they encourage you to take care of your skin and
Hmm.
like do little check-ins with yourself to make sure that you're checking in on your physical and emotional mental well-being. But I just think it's really accessible. Like it was when I started using it, I feel like I just needed anything that was going to remind me to take care of myself.
Mm,
So I love that this planner has like it has prompts in the beginning, which I always love. Like I
yeah.
love something to keep me organized and focused. So like having the prompts and the questions
Mm,
to answer for myself was great. And then even the way the weeks are
I
structured,
love it.
I fucking love it. Like they have spaces for morning rituals, and I love the term rituals, which I think using this planner was the first time that that concept I think was introduced to me truly.
Mm,
Instead of a routine, framing everything as a ritual,
yeah.
which feels weird to say because I think I use ritual so much more than I use routine, like just in my everyday language with myself,
Yeah.
or even how I'm thinking of how I want to structure my life. But I think it started here with this planner. So it has a space for that. I love that they like have little buckets at the top of the day for pulling weeds, which is
Mm,
like the things that you don't really want to do, but that you have to buckle down and get it done, like to get your life moving along. Like and then I love this little section underneath
like
it.
folding laundry or something.
Yeah, exactly. The next one is planting seeds, which I think is another concept that I always come back to, even if I don't always use this planner.
Yeah.
Um, to really frame things as like, oh, what are little things I can do every day that my future self is going to be really thankful for, or that is going to eventually get me the life that I want.
Mm,
So I love that. And then the rest of it is just like really open. There's spaces for reflection at the end of your week, which they
mm-hmm.
call the closing ritual. Um, there's little buckets, like depending how your brain works. Like
I love those
I
things.
think this is a great planner for someone who's neurodivergent and needs something that they can make their own each week.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, sometimes I would collage in that. Sometimes I would just like do little like journal sessions in it or like
mhm.
use it as a to-do list. Like I love that part. Some of the things, can I look at your planner?
Yeah.
Some of the things that I loved about this planner, I saw Emily using it and then I started using it and I just absolutely love it. First of all, the tabs are like so easy to go through. There's a tab for self care, and then you create your own vision and a plan, and then each like week has its own tab, and then there's like a notes section at the end, which I
I
love.
love the note section.
It's
Like
so good.
I feel like I always need more extra pages for notes.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I love about this planner. Like, there's actually a lot of extra space for you to just, like you said, have those extra journal sessions or like whatever you need. Like, there's space for it in there.
Yeah. Um, and then like what I really loved like the ritual of starting a planner
Mm-hmm.
because you can write down, and I would like color code and use stickers, and oh my god, you guys should see Emily's like
Oh,
anything because she has like the best stickers and the best like highlight, like she, I mean,
I
I feel like
fucking
just watch
love
out for the
planner
future
supplies.
because this girl should open up her own brand of like planner-esque supplies and pens and stickers. And anyways, such a nerd for this tangent,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, like I'll go in and I'll think about like, okay, well, what does self-care look like to me? Like it talks about your body wellness, your mental health, your food choices, your exercise, and then talks about like your soul and how to take care of your soul, spirituality, meditation, creativity, etc. And then same with, you know, what does success look like, and like what do like your social relationships look like. And that was like an actually one thing that I would always go back to, like,
Mm-hmm.
and that would help ground me, especially
Yeah.
in those moments where like life just feels so overwhelming and there's way too much, and it's like, where do I even start? Just like to go to that and be like, oh yeah, I have these things that are already within me that like I can kind of tap into. um and then, you know, like, we're both using a different planner now. And we can talk about that next. And that planner, it's the Danielle Laporte planner,
Mm-hmm.
which we love her.
Love her.
But they each have like this idea of like looking back and looking forward and having those moments of reflection, whether it's like weekly or quarterly or like after a month or,
Mm-hmm.
you know, even like even just at the end of your day. And so I think gratitude has just been so important to both of us.
Yeah.
And then obviously, like things that I use a little bit less, but I know Emily uses a lot, is like just actually the planner of like having your month laid out and like planning ahead for that. I'm more of digital when it comes to that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because I'll like lose my planner for like a week and then like I'll forget about all my plans. So they just need to be in my phone. But yeah, I just wanted to like touch on that because um I think that's something special about our friendship that you don't see often, is we really like share tools and insights with each other, and they truly help us like reach our goals. And also like it helps me understand you in a really special way,
Mm-hmm.
because it's like I'm like right there with you, like riding the wave. And like I love the check-ins that we do as friends,
Yeah.
and like it's we're genuinely invested in each other's lives.
Mm-hmm.
And it's cool that we use the same tools, because like sometimes we'll hang out and we'll just go to like a
Our
pretty
planner
library.
sessions.
Yeah,
I
and
love it.
we'll like have our planners out. So we're such nerds for it, but I just wanted to talk about it because I think it's so special, and I
Mm-hmm.
think it's something that a lot of people could benefit from.
Oh yeah. Like there are so many different options out there, and I know that we've tried several of them, and like for some of them I'll come back to. Like this one, the Savor Beauty Planner, I come back to like a few times a year. Like right now I've decided to use it primarily for work. Um because I think it'll be good to keep me organized, but also I want to like write little notes to myself as I'm starting this new job, or like as I'm learning new things, to kind of have that be a time capsule of my first 3 months there. Because
Mm,
that's the other thing with this one, it's every 3 months. And then with the one that we're using now, it's every 6 months.
yeah.
But as you were talking, one thing that I just realized or re-remembered is a lot of these planners I feel are marketed to women.
Mm,
And I think that maybe a reason that that is because maybe culturally, or maybe just the way things have been for the past, I don't know, like definitely a decade, probably way more than that.
mm,
Is just like there is this need to return to ourselves
mm.
that I think people go through so many different avenues. Like it could be spirituality, it could be movement, it could be like school, it could be whatever the path is to like come back home to yourself. But I think that maybe people wouldn't even frame it this way, but I think for me, like a huge part of that process of coming back to myself started with a planner,
Mm.
because these planners that we're using, like they're all very intentional about like checking in with yourself and then creating like your day based on how you're feeling,
Right.
and based on what you're noticing like in your body, or like the different check-ins that you're doing during the week.
And not on like the stock market.
And not on that, or not even like on I need to fucking crush my goals and like
Yeah.
to-do lists all the time. Like I think that's what makes this so accessible and feel good for me is
Mm-hmm.
that it's like not just a checklist, but it's asking me to actually check in with myself,
Right.
and then plan life accordingly.
And what I love about that is sometimes I'll remember to like, yeah, let me check in with myself, but um the questions specifically help me. Like when I'm prompted by something outside of myself, it helps me go inward,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because sometimes it's hard for me, especially when I'm like in ADHD brain overload, where I'm like, all of my functions are like, nope, girl, nope. Like literally just no thoughts will come to you now because
Mm-hmm.
we're done. So it's helpful for me to go to something outside of myself to help then go inward in an intentional way
Yeah.
and be prompted by like a question or like a specific reflection.
Mm-hmm.
And then I feel like as much as I love the Savor Planner, um, I'm like somebody who like embraces change too. Like I love
Mm-hmm.
trying new things. It's actually also part of my human design is I'm a 3/5. So my 3 is basically like the great experimenter. And so
Mm-hmm.
I learn and guide others through my own experiences.
Mm-hmm.
And so I love to try new things. And so the upgrade
Oh,
has been and
we love
honestly
her.
I recommend both of these. Like I'm not saying one is better than the other, but Danielle Laporte has created this heart-centered planner and it is scrumptious.
So
um
fucking good.
I mean, I like remember opening this and just being so excited
I
about it.
know. It's so
It's
beautiful,
so
like
beautiful
inside and out. It's
and
perfect.
there's so much good stuff in here.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just read the first quote on the first page.
Please.
Okay. We do not need to focus on fixing ourselves. As we focus on living from the heart center, from love, anything that's not in alignment with that light will begin to fall away.
Mm,
And like that just goes right into what you were saying, right?
yeah.
I mean, I feel like we could spend a whole month talking about this planner, but it's all about being heart centered. It touches on how do you look at life? How are you going to embody it? What are you creating? What are you manifesting? How, no, not what are you manifesting? I'm so sorry. Like, how dare I botch her language? How will I manifest my ideals? How
Mm.
can I love my way through? Um, and she, I mean, you guys, like, can you just even, like, I don't even know how to describe it because it's so good and there's just so much insightful information in here.
So I think like similar language that she uses too is that it's truly not just a planner system, but I feel like all of the practices and the prompts that she has in here, like I don't want to sound cheesy, but it truly is life changing and
It
like
is.
it makes you structure your life in a different way. Like
Mm-hmm.
when you're thinking through this lens, like it's just so different. Like the level of depth that you go to and yeah, even just how you're thinking about what does it mean to plan my day or like what's the goal of this day? Like all of that changes when it's through this approach, I think.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
I really love the shift and I love how she's intentionally made it really easy like to just take little bite-sized pieces here and there
Mm-hmm.
and not feel any pressure to do the whole system at once because there's so many different practices that you can do throughout the month or like on very specific days of the year like
Mm-hmm.
solstice or equinox. One thing that I'm really excited that I haven't gotten to do yet because I don't have like a more permanent space is I can't wait to make my heart-centered altar. And she has
Oh.
instructions like I think in her app or on her website, but I
Mm-hmm.
definitely have access to them somewhere. um so that I don't know, just like all of her practices, all
Oh,
of her
that's cool. Have you made
meditations.
like a vision board around what you'd want it to look like?
Not yet, but I love that idea. So maybe
Yeah.
I'll create a little Pinterest board or something of how I want to set it up. I know that she has a resource online talking about the different quadrants and the intention behind what you're putting on your altar. I just
Yeah.
think it's fascinating. And like,
We'll link this in bio, by the way, because or in the description, because yeah, you can just go check it out on her website. There's just so much good stuff in this planner, and it's probably something that we're going to continue to talk about on our podcast, because
yeah,
there's just so much into it, and it's like also one way in our friendship that we like check in with each other, or like exciting things that we like to do with each other. Like there's a write and burn in here at the is that the new moon? Is that
you
a
can
new
do
moon
it.
ritual?
You can do it before either one.
Okay, yeah. So and like, write everything that you want to release and fucking burn it, bitch. Like,
You know
who
what?
doesn't want to do
Like,
that?
honestly, and I forgot about this, but I remember sharing this with you. Like, this interview process and getting the job process I just went through, everything was aligned with like the moon
Oh, that's
cycles.
right.
And it was freaking me the fuck out. I was just like,
what is happening?
I was just like, if this doesn't work, I don't even know what I believe anymore. Like, but it worked, so we're all good.
Yeah. I was like side-eyeing you like over the phone and IRL, just like there's no way it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
You know what's so funny too is like I think I felt it for you, and there's a part of me that like wanted to like hold back, but my instincts were like, no, she has it. And so I was like kind of sharing both, but like I was sharing that like I'm pretty sure you got this. Like there's kind of no way. And it's interesting how sometimes our intuition is so clear when it comes to like the people that we love or other people outside of us. And then like with when it comes to ourselves, I feel like that's something I've had to work harder on to identify.
Yeah.
But I think I've, gotten pretty far.
Yeah, we both have. Like, I
Yeah.
think it's always a journey learning how to trust yourself.
Yeah.
And like a bunch of, at least from my experience, like a bunch of shit has to go wrong first for you to kind of like,
That's life, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah. You were totally saying something and I wanted to add to it, and I think I unintentionally went on a tangent. Do you remember what you were saying?
Girl, I don't
Shit.
fucking remember what I was
Rewind.
saying. We're literally gonna have to rewind.
Our audience is yelling at us right now.
This is gonna happen a lot, guys. I'm sorry.
It was around the planner before I started talking about write and burn.
Oh, I think like as we were both like getting started applying,
yeah,
we did a write and burn.
Oh, we did. I literally have a photo of that.
Yeah. So it works. Do it.
Thank you so very much. It works. Yeah, cool. I could say so many things about that.
We'll have to do like a little like collage planner day.
Yeah.
Like, because that's one thing. Yeah, that's one thing that I love about this planner. It's an open invitation if you are any type of visual artist
for
like,
the Savor planner.
Yeah, there's always a spot in the beginning of the week where I would always use it to like collage.
Me too. Yeah, that's actually something.
That's something that I miss that I wish was in there.
But I do use it in here. But I do like minis.
Yeah,
but it's not the same because you like. You need a little more space for it.
I need a lot more space. Like that's actually one thing that I don't love. There's not enough space for notes. Like there's not enough extra pages. I love having extra space.
I think she's going to add it in her next one.
There's actually, I don't know if you got the email, but the next one's coming out soon.
I didn't get the email, but I've been listening to Danielle's podcast. And she's been talking about it.
We'll send you the email because it's like there's a VIP release that's happening.
I'm doing that. Yeah.
At the end of this month. The only thing I'm like kind of worried about is I had already had it in my mind. She had loose leaf this past time when she released.
Okay.
And I really wanted to get like a little leather like A5 binder. And keep the loose leaf planner pages in there. So I hope that she still releases that because that's what I want. It
And
look,
she's not gonna have a spiral. She's gonna do like a
I
flat. I
know.
know.
If I do
I wish
love
there was. I wish there was options because I do love a
maybe
spiral.
there will be some options. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't think there is. I think her two options are like.
I hope loose leaf is one.
I think it's like what is it when like there's actually like calendar days versus when it's like
Oh,
open
she still has daily versus
daily
weekly.
versus weekly, and there's two different designs for them.
Like I don't mind the lay flat. That's better than it like not fully. Like I hate it when you have to just like
I
continually
feel
hold
like
it
for
down.
me though, the pages rip easily with those
Yeah.
because I'm like, there's a word in Arabic. I don't know what it is in English, but I'm like too careless or like too like it's not careless. Like I throw shit around, like it's gonna rip.
Hmm.
I'm not dainty about things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Like if it's I don't know, if that's the only option.
It's gonna be great. I mean, like this planner is so beautiful. I'm sure her next one is gonna be so beautiful too. But yeah, we'll see.
We'll
She
see.
also was talking about um having like thicker pages or nicer pages or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
see. Even if I'm not like super jazzed about it, I'd probably still buy one and
A
just see
thousand
how
percent. There's no way I wouldn't.
I have to see how I like it and see how the experience is.
Yeah. So our I know our nerds are still listening. Did we lose some people as we've
Probably.
been talking about
As we're
planners?
talking about like fucking paper and washi tape and going to the library for our friend dates.
Actually, like my whole Amazon cart right now is like different supplies, including like just botanical stickers and like butterfly stickers because that's
Yes.
actually one thing I really feel like I fell out of. And you were talking about I had written down ritual versus routine when you were talking earlier because that's actually something that I talked about a lot with my therapist when I first started seeing her
Mm.
like 3 years ago, maybe four, was routine versus rituals because I, you know, at that time was like falling out of all of my routines that were making me feel good and wanting to like build better habits. And, that's, I think, something that like for me, ADHD shows up as like being inconsistent, like having a lot
Mm.
of great systems in place, but then like maybe being consistent for a week and then like losing it or like getting too overwhelmed with stuff. And then I also think it's part of being a projector in human design is like projectors need the most amount of rest other like in all of the types. And like sometimes when I'm just so exhausted, like it's just so hard for me to like make time to do my planner or like I
Mm.
prioritize cleaning the kitchen and then I like run out of like energy to like fold my clean laundry or like it's just I feel depleted. Like and so when I feel depleted, I feel like how do I come back to those routines or those habits? And then Shaban helped me frame like, well, you know, what if it's a ritual and not a routine? Like, how can
Yeah.
you reframe it to think about the rituals that really like feed your soul, basically?
Mm-hmm.
And I think ever since I started thinking about stuff like that, it's felt like it's taken the pressure off and it feels more nourishing.
Yeah.
And also, it feels less like masculine in the way of like structure, in the way that masculinity is structured.
Mm-hmm.
Like it feels more like that feminine flow of, well, what do I need right now and what does my body need and how do these rituals that I've created like actually nourish me, not like that I have to do something because I need to check something off or because I'm not doing something because I'm lazy. Like it's not about that. It's about nourishing yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you just said, I think it'll have to be a conversation for another time because I also want to do a little research to prep for it. But I have been seeing, because that's an interesting concept, the difference between masculine and feminine energy.
Mm.
But I've also been seeing things recently, and even the like I think it's called the Wild Feminine Oracle deck. That's what I've been using that I love,
Oh,
like that
cool.
one that we used.
Yeah.
Um,
So pretty.
but I also think it's really interesting, like even within that deck and like all of the different goddesses or archetypes that are in there, there's such a wide range of like what is represented as feminine energy. Like there's like an archetype like the healer,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah.
then there's a goddess that fucking destroys everything. Yeah.
1,000%.
So I
Or
just
like a fire bringer,
yeah.
you know?
So I just think it's interesting
For all of my
how
throne of glass girlies out there, you know who the fuck I'm talking about.
I'm about to start reading that next week, I think. I'm pretty sure like that on our flight, like I already decided that that's what I want the book to be. So
Wait,
I'm oh,
are we recording still? We are. Okay.
we are.
So
Okay.
sorry. Yeah.
So
Oh, so you're gonna start Throne of Glass?
yeah, I'm reading what is it called? Remarkably Bright Creatures right
Oh,
now.
cool.
And I just really want to finish it before I start a new one. Like I like it. I don't love it. I think it's a really sweet book, but I just want to like finish it because I don't like leaving. I'm already like too far into it. I just need it to be done.
Yeah.
So I can get into Throne of Glass.
Yeah.
Um
Okay, well.
yeah,
You
but
see that fat stack right there?
I can't wait. I mean, I'm a Kindle girly now, but I'm
I
still
know.
gonna get my trophy books, especially once we move and I'll have more space.
Oh, yeah.
But I would love to maybe next time or another time kind of get into because I do feel like there is almost like culturally there are these ideas that we have when we say feminine energy versus masculine energy.
Sure.
But then when you
There's a range though.
but then when you dive into like all of these different and sometimes forgotten like feminine or goddess archetypes, I don't know. I just feel like
I'm already debunking my last
no,
comment.
and it wasn't meant as like a oh I'm gonna call that out or like, but it just got me it just got me thinking you're canceled, Janine. No, it just got me thinking at how like I'm sure that you've seen some of those people, and maybe this is my pet peeve and maybe you don't care, but these fucking polarity people on Instagram who are like male relationship coaches teaching women how to tap into their feminine power, which makes me want to throw up. But having
It's
said
everywhere right now.
but I want to talk about it in like a full range,
Yeah.
you know? Like
I mean,
and
women literally bring like life to earth.
mm-hmm.
That is the hardest thing that any human could possibly do is birth a baby.
Yeah.
That's strength right there.
Yeah, but just even I don't know.
Also, to debunk my sentence, I'm canceling myself. I love this so much. To debunk my sentence, I was talking about the structure of masculinity. Actually, if you think about it, most of the women I know are the ones that bring structure into their households.
Mm-hmm.
So is structure really a masculine thing or is it a feminine thing?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what I mean?
And yeah, I think that that's worth diving into. Like we can both kind of like, because even now you're just talking like what you just said. I'm like, well, is there any use to calling anything like purely masculine or purely feminine? Like if there's such a huge range of it all, and like what do I actually think about it? Because I do the same thing.
Yeah,
like,
what is masculinity and femininity?
Yeah, but I do the same thing where I'll be like, oh, like tap into your feminine energy, and I'm like, wait, what do I mean by that though? Like, yeah. So I don't know.
Let's double click. Let's research. Let's analyze.
Food for thought for next time.
I love it. Yeah. I don't know why it's like making me like want to talk about this controversial topic. I love men. And I think that there's like such a cultural thing going on right now about hating on men.
And that they're the worst.
And that they're just terrible. And it hurts me because there's so many good men that I love. Mm-hmm. And there's so many like men that are such great guides in the world too. Like authors and influencers and teachers and like spiritual leaders, and the list goes on. Like,
Yeah.
there are bad people and there are good people, and there's always a range.
Yeah.
Um, so I just felt the need to share that, because
Yeah.
I think that's when we're talking about the masculine and feminine. Obviously, patriarchy sucks. Like, come on, like, I'm a feminist. Like, nobody get their fucking panties in a bunch right now. But I feel like it's important to call out that equity means for everybody, you know.
Yeah. No, that's true.
And you can get into this topic, and it's colorful in many ways, and I'm sure depending on the topic at hand, my opinion will vary.
Hmm.
So it's not, I'm not saying it's, I don't know.
But I don't,
It gets
but,
tricky. Like, the whole
but
conversation gets so tricky.
it does. But I think maybe your pause right now is like a good indicator of what culture is doing to us, because
Yeah.
you don't even feel okay saying like, no, I love men, like, and but it could change in different, but of course it's going to change in different
Of course.
circumstances,
Yeah.
like, but you don't need to like convince other people of like, oh no, but like on other things I'm going to be on your side. Like, you're a complex human being, and
Literally. I'm
you're
so
allowed to
complicated, you
have different
guys.
opinions in different spheres of your life.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I agree. Like, I think that this whole narrative of men are the worst is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And I think that honestly, like when I was in my early 20s, I think I was a part of that, and like being so angry at men and like having this, I don't know, idea, a stupid idea, and trying to put people, namely just men, in boxes and
Mm.
not realize them as complex humans. And that's obviously shifted so much since I was like 22.
Yeah.
Um, but it is an interesting thing to delve into. And I don't think it's doing anyone any good by having the idea that, oh, we don't need men. It's like, we actually do, for so many different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
The most base reason being that they are humans in our society. Sorry.
Hate to break it to you guys.
Controversial.
I think we can cap that there. But
Yeah.
yeah, thank you. Like, my body is more relaxed, even you just acknowledging that
Yeah.
it's okay to love men.
Yeah. It's okay. We're allowed.
And I also love women.
Me too.
Oh man, 888 portal. That's today.
Yes, 8/8 portal today.
So that's the Lionsgate. Have you been noticing anything this week when it comes to the Lionsgate? What are we supposed to be noticing? I mean, it's like a lot of.
I mean, and what we were talking about before we started recording is that I am not an astrologer. I'll go ahead and just say that up front. I follow Spirit Daughter.
Love her.
I follow why am I
Rising Woman.
Yes, Rising Woman.
Same.
Those are my main two. Chani sometimes.
Yeah.
So that's really where I get all of my information. I don't know how to read charts. I don't know that I'll ever really want to learn to read charts, but I think it's like very fun, and like it's a good tool like to check in with myself, and like I know that we talk about it a lot too.
Mm-hmm. I think it's a great tool for that.
Yeah, and just like it's a good way to check in and like just be in the present with the constant state of change and just like grounding yourself. But I think, and we can look this up, do a fact check on ourselves, but I think that the portal opened maybe July 26th, somewhere around there, and that the height of it is today.
Yeah.
So this whole, I think maybe like 2 weeks.
Lionsgate peak and Aquarius full moon is August 3rd through 9th, according to Spirit Daughter's Instagram.
Okay.
So should I keep reading?
Sure.
This week builds cosmic momentum towards Saturday's Aquarius full moon, with that's tomorrow, with Friday's Lion's
Ooh.
Gate peak opening the portal to your biggest manifestations. I mean, if us starting new jobs on the same week doesn't say big manifestations, I don't know what does.
Yeah, and we're starting it as everything's enhanced. So you started it when it opened, and then I started it. Or wait,
I
you started
started
it right before it
right
opened,
before, yeah.
and then we were both in it like the first full week, like during this heightened state of
Mm-hmm.
like manifestation and welcoming things in.
The cosmic invitation, open yourself to receiving and watch the universe deliver exactly what you need. Sunday
Mm.
begins with Moon and Sagittarius trining the sun. Expand beyond your limits. Who would you be without fear, hesitation, or self doubt holding you back? I love that
Ooh.
question. Like these are the questions that I love because it's like I'm not gonna friggin' think of this on my own. Like yeah, who would I mean, I guess maybe, but like, yeah, who would I be without fear and hesitation and self doubt holding me back? Like would I be freaking living this same exact life? I'd probably be somewhere like way more beautiful than where I'm living. You know what I mean? Like, would I be working 40 hours a week for someone else to get a paycheck to pay my bills and, like, have whatever? Like, probably not.
Yeah.
Like, I'd probably spend all of my time outside or like being cozy or like adventuring somewhere, right? So,
Mm.
um, and I think that's something where it's like, so how do we get there? And that's kind of like what I'm working on.
Mm. So then, since you kind of said all that, like what little things or big things do you want to invite in right now? Because if I mean, and I can say the same thing, like although in a little bit of a different way. Like, am I happy with where I am? Yes. Grateful for everything I have, everything that's like coming and in the works. And also, like we were just talking like over the past few weeks, like I definitely have a vision of work that I want to do for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because I don't know, this is going to sound how it sounds, but I don't think that I am someone who can just go through the rest of their life working for someone else.
Mm.
Like, I know that that's a reality for a lot of people.
Doesn't have to
And
be though.
yeah, it doesn't have to be, but I don't think that that is going to be my journey, like where I'm just going to be working for someone until I'm like 60 something or
Mm-hmm.
70, like with our
God
generation.
bless.
No, like I want to, and it's not even that I don't want to work, it's that I want to be able to do my work
Yeah.
and have that be like how I'm showing up in the world and how I'm compensated and like contribution to the world. Like,
Yeah.
so all of that to say, what do you want to invite in then?
Um Yeah, well, so I think I spoke of this earlier, but I'm really loving this transformative human design course that I'm taking right now,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm working towards getting my certification so I can like be a coach, which I could be a coach without the certification, but
Yeah.
I'm just someone who like loves to like really dive deep and like almost become an expert at something before I share it with others. Like I
Yeah.
think that's part of who I've always been. And it can be tricky because then that can be a little bit perfectionist at times, which I've learned to release. But I'm loving this course and it's giving me
Mm.
so much energy in the community that I'm meeting. Like they're just so freaking cool and like it's so cool to just like geek out about like this like nitty-gritty niche shit that like no one in my life like besides like some of my friends know about it, but mostly because I've introduced it to them.
Yeah.
It's just so fun to delve in and to be part of this community, and so that's one thing that I'm excited about, is making sure that I'm like really giving my all to this course and like getting the most out of it while it's happening, because it's such a busy moment in my life right now, and I could have just like not taken this course because of how busy things are, but it was so
Mm-hmm.
important to me because it is part of like my dreams, right? Like I want to start to build my brand, and maybe I can't like stop working the 9 to 5 grind right now, but like this is one of the pieces that is falling into um you know what's one step closer to my dream.
Yeah.
And so this is the step towards that for now.
Mm.
And then the next thing on my education roster is taking a trauma informed somatic healing certification program. And so the reason why I'm doing these two programs too is because, as you know, I was thinking about going back to grad school and becoming a therapist, and it just wasn't sitting right with me. Like I'd been going to different, you know, what's it called, like info sessions, and I even like visited a couple campuses, and it just my body was like, no, this isn't it,
Yeah.
and I had to listen to that. And so I think like just double clicking on like, okay, well, what is it that I'm really interested in? And it's
Mm-hmm.
like, I want to understand somatics more, and I definitely want to be a human design coach. So I'm just like, I'm just going to take certifications. I can always go to grad school in the future if I want, and this will only inform that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's I think something that I'm doing within this Lionsgate portal that's like a step closer to my dreams and like to how I see the big picture kind of coming together in the future.
I love that.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're so right about like the whole grad school thing, because that I think was something, yeah, I mean, I just put it down. Like that was my plan
Yeah.
for a while now, like for
Mm-hmm.
at least the past 2 to 3 years, where I'm like, no, that's the goal. That's the goal. I'm gonna get into grad school, blah, blah, blah. But I think the fact that I was redirected this time
Mm,
is something that I'm gonna really pay attention to. I feel grateful that I was waitlisted because it was that little affirmation that I needed to be like, no, I'm smart enough to do this. They just didn't have enough space. And that's just, it is what
I
it
love
is.
that. I love that so much. Yeah.
So that in itself already like boosted my confidence and just like my awareness and what I can do and like what
Mm-hmm.
I can offer.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but just like this new unexpected life track, it just feels so good. And like I've been telling you, ever since I got the yes from this job, my creative energy has gone through the roof in ways that I haven't felt in literal years.
Mm,
Like the amount of prep and everything that I've done just in the past few weeks to kind of like set the groundwork for my creative projects that I want to give my energy to. Like it's amazing.
I
Like
love it so
I
much.
if if I was just left to my own devices and just trying to like summon the creative energy to make this
Summon
happen,
the creative energy.
it wouldn't have happened because I've been trying. But I feel that now that work is feeling aligned with what I want to do, that has just allowed so much space into my life for the creativity.
Yeah.
Um, so I mean that's what I'm really excited about for this portal and just like this time in general.
Yeah, and you're having like these spurts of like creative like sessions where you're just already like, oh, I made my website. Oh, I did this. Oh, I did that. Like
Yeah.
I'm getting all these like awesome texts throughout the day. I'm like, oh my God, like you're on fire right now.
No, literally as soon as I oh
Hi,
hello.
Godmother. Hi.
Oh hi. A little cutie.
Hi. You're good.
Oh, hi, baby.
You can hang out with us.
Oh, how are you, sweetie? It's been a minute. Hi,
Is that your
babes.
Tia? Is your Tia here?
Oh, what a perfect little boy.
Okay, you want to sit with us? Okay.
Oh, okay.
Here we go.
But no, that's true. Like as soon as I like felt that surge of energy and I decided, okay, I'm gonna start making these digital products. I'm going to start writing a blog. I'm going to start like slowly building my website. Like I told you, I literally like had a burst of energy, was working until like 4 in the morning, got all of my shit together. So I
Yeah.
all the groundwork is done. Now it's just like now it's just fucking everything else. Like
Hey, one step closer though, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
But one thing that I'm really focusing on right now is I finally started The Artist Way,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm on week 2 right now. I'm so happy I started it. I feel like you need to do it at some point.
Yeah, I
Like
will.
it should definitely be on your list. But what's cool about it and which I didn't expect is that I think doing The Artist Way paired with having more energy from this job and like all of the creativity,
Yeah.
um like it's already making my life structured in the ways that I've been wanting,
Mm,
but for whatever reason I just couldn't get the motivation or the drive to follow through before. But like
mm.
now I'm waking up early and I'm doing my morning pages, and like I have time to start my day before um like I have to be frantic about work. Like so
Yeah.
everything just feels really cohesive. But right now it's really just creating or like cultivating a creative practice for every day, so
Mm-hmm.
that way it becomes consistent in my life. And like as I'm working on that, like I want to start building my website in the next definitely in the next month.
Yeah.
Like I have a bunch of things to organize so that way, and even like pre-writing to dos, because I want to have some posts ready so that way I'm not just like one post and then maybe 2 or 3 weeks and then another post. I want to have several written and then just start like posting them.
Yeah.
But
I love that.
I'm really excited.
Yeah. It's so interesting, like, before we close, like, and we'll do we're gonna do some, we're gonna bring some human design in here, but I just want
Hmm.
to touch and highlight on, like, you're a generator.
Hmm.
Are you fine with me sharing that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can.
So you're a generator, and that means that when something lights you up, you literally have all the energy in the world for it, and you can just have those bursts. And so that's how, like, for me, I know that you're in alignment is because you're tapping into that, and like you have all the energy for it.
Hmm.
When you're not in alignment, like, it feels like you're dragging your feet.
Yep.
Like when you feel like you have to do something, you just won't have the energy for it. But like,
Yeah.
your generators are actually the type that have the most energy out of all of the signs,
Mm.
which is something I've had to, like, not had to, I've had the opportunity to like learn more about your type and my type and how they complement each other. And also, like, for me, I have to watch out. Like, okay, I'm not gonna have the same amount of energy as Emily on stuff. I'm gonna do
Mm.
it in my own way.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that like you're gonna be more productive than me, or that I'll be like like maybe I'll be slower, but like the whole point is not to compare, but like
Hmm.
to um just have awareness around like what it looks like when I'm thriving, what it looks like when you're thriving, and like how
Yeah.
beautiful it is that we get to inspire and like encourage and support each other.
Hmm.
Um, and I just love looking at things through the lens of human design, because before I may have compared myself to like, oh, like, oh, I want to, like, I'm so inspired by you. I want to make a website too, or I want to
Yeah.
do this or that too. Cause like you and I share a lot of similar goals, like,
Hmm.
and they look different because we're doing it in our own ways. Um, but now that I have this lens of like, of how to look through things, I'm like, I'm just like so excited for you, and I like know that you're in alignment, and I know what alignment looks like for me, and like that it looks different, but I
Hmm.
can like understand that difference and like how beautiful it is for both of us.
Yeah.
So it's just so cool.
Well, I'm happy we're on this journey
I know,
together.
me too. And I'm so glad we're recording our pod again. This
I
has been so
know
fun.
it has been.
Thank you guys for listening. We'll keep doing these, and we'll have some links for you eventually, and we're just kind of getting in the swing of things now. So
Yes.
thanks
Back to
for
practice.
yeah, thanks for taking the time, and we'd love to hear from you. So if you have any questions, let us know, or any suggestions for topics, or if anything inspired you, or
Or if you just want to say something nice, that's always welcome.
yeah, or something funny, like whatever. We love it. Um,
Until next
until next time,
time.
over and out.